Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Lori J Journals. Thanks for tuning in. I am thrilled to finally be doing the final flip through of my colorful garden journal. If you were watching the videos along with my creating, you saw that I struggled a little at times. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I did have some struggles along the way. I am so excited I learned something new, and I am so appreciative of Barbara at 49 Dragonflies for sharing her tutorials so that the rest of us can learn from her. So I'm going to do a final flip through. I didn't record the rest of the make. I just got to where I was really struggling for time and was working a little bit here and a little bit there, and I just didn't do it. So hopefully I can address some of the things on the final flip through. Again, this is a 1955 student spelling book, like a textbook from school. You can see the cover is a birdhouse made from corrugated cardboard, some painted twigs, some background fabric, a little bird that I was able to pick up at the craft store to finish it off. The closure is a chain closure. It has charms that are garden themed. There's a shovel and a watering can, a flower, and then I used a piece of chain from a broken piece of jewelry to hook it to this flower, metal flower, which is a piece of jewelry on the back. All right, let's get to it. I did the best I could to have some writing space, whether it's a pullout or something that's on the actual page on every page. That's important to me, that a journal is useful. It's fun to have an art book, of course, but being able to use it was important to me. You'll see a lot of layering that I talked about throughout the videos. Here's some just little clipped on pieces to write. Secret of the Garden. I thought that was a good way to start. You know, this is a pocket here, and I forgot to put a tag in there, but I will put a tag in there. An old library card pocket. This is a altered playing card. I used some of the mulberry paper that came with the set. I thought this was appropriate. There's kind of a plant piece of ephemera in there. I have several large pockets, and in all of the large pockets, I put vintage ephemera. So this is just a little sticky note pad, clipped. I used a little bit of ruffle and lace. Here's a pocket with an awake heart is like a sky that pours light. It's a little heart notebook note card that I purchased at a store way back. This is one of the large pockets. So as I turn the page, you will see that this was a large envelope. It was that sewing pattern envelope. And here there's a couple of cute little pull-out cards to write on. Inside here, this is the first big pocket. I have quite a bit of vintage ephemera. I won't pull it all out, but it's all in there for the user. This is another large pocket. So in here, there is some additional ephemera, just varied pieces, even a handwritten letter in there. This is a little set of, I backed these with graph paper, which I think is a nice alternative to lined paper sometimes. A little scrappy pad here made out of my favorite lined colored paper. Note cards, I made these dyed paper. Everything, what I really tried to do while I was making this was not cover up everything. So you'll see there are pages with not a lot of ephemera overpowering the page, because I wanted the owner to be able to enjoy some of the art throughout the book. Okay, there's this is another notepad. little notebook that I sewed together. I tried to use vellum and glassine because you can see through them, and it didn't didn't cover up everything that was in the book. A couple of little definitions here, cute. These are great little, this was another piece that I forgot to show in the videos. They were little wooden chipboard pieces that went with the garden theme for Stamperia. So I painted those in speckled egg. I thought that was appropriate. Just a little tag tucked in here. Here's another pocket with a large tag that I made. I always put a lot of sentiments in my books. I love inspirational messages and happy thoughts. This is a guest check, and this actually was given to me in a bundle from Arlene at Creating in the Waiting. But the colors went perfectly with this journal. Again, some more of those chipboard pieces. Here, there's a couple of journaling cards, and then this flips out. So I clipped that in here, and there's some ephemera in here. It's a painted glassine bag. This is another one of those very large, so there's writing space here, and on the flip side, there's more ephemera. Again, another one of these large pockets where I put a lot of ephemera. All of the big ones have it. Here's a little glassine bag with some tiny little note cards. This is a window in that greeting card, and so this is a pull-out. It's a vintage postcard, and it can be pulled out the top. So what I did is, if you watched the videos, you saw that I had this greeting card that was kind of 3 parts. So this I closed and made a pocket out of it and set the card inside. And then this part I made into a little notebook. So there's a built-in lined paper notebook. I didn't want to cover up this art because I loved the way it looked. So that way it's the inside cover of the notebook. Okay. This was one of my favorite pages. This is a restore. This is a word cluster also from Arlene at Creating in the Waiting. And I loved this flower and the sentiments. I just didn't want to cover up, so I left this spread open. On this side, there's a pocket. Ooh, I forgot to, oh no, I didn't. Here it is. Pocket with 2 tags that I made from the collection. Added some of these are pulled off pieces of fabric left over from all the fabrics I used throughout the journal. And then others are this silk ribbon that I also used too. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll hold off on that. A couple of more journal cards. All of these that don't have the Stamperia are ones that I painted. I make a lot of my own. I added to this clip here some of this eyelash. I love, it was the perfect color and it added interest. This right here is actually a wooden tag. So I painted it and I added the chipboard embellishment to it. This is a small page, so I added a tiny little pocket there and I added a tag and some other items. This is the last of the big pockets, and I want to show you this because I thought that this was great. So I decided, if you recall, I didn't show this, I think, on camera, but I did mention it, that this book, this deconstructed book that's the cover, came from a 1955 student speller for children. So I decided to take the opening spread, it has the copyright date right here, and I pulled them apart from the block and I put them in this last pocket so that the owner of the journal had the original spread that went with this book. I thought that was a cute little touch. More writing space, more little cards and tucks. A scrappy pad with a matching altered paper clip. And then an ending sentiment. So I know that was a quick flip through. I really just wanted to be able to show my final product because I did kind of cop out on the end of the videos. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I hope you'll join me again. Oh, one more thing. I did forget one more thing. So there's a faux spine in here, or a hidden spine. And I sewed them in with silk ribbon. So instead of using embroidery thread to sew in my signatures, I actually used a silk ribbon. And I think it adds, I love the way it hangs out at the bottom. Gives more interest. And certainly if somebody who ends up with this journal doesn't like as shabby as I do, it could have a haircut. But I left all of it because I like scrappy. So again, thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Lori J Journals. If you enjoyed this ride with me, I would appreciate it if you'd like this video and even subscribe to my channel. I'm getting close to 100. When I get to 100, I probably will do a prize. So come back and see me again. Thanks.